Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, the Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League. 29-year-old quarterback, Josh Allen, in the prime of his career.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and definitely goes on the first play of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder. And, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Open man is Shakir, and that's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's caught! And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big-time play there for Buffalo. A gain of 48.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
We'll try and run here with Cook. Marking right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
On the play. And the Bills, first down. First and 10.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Once again, it's Cook, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he's in! Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his first touchdown of the new year. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the former Clemson Tiger, stepping in as their rookie quarterback.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. Hall, a first down and more. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third and 1.
Here we go. Viking 18.
They try to run for it with Harris. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. They'll run with Harris. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Carry now for Allen. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Go! Nice.
They'll run. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Tyrell Shavers. Touchdown, Bills. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. So after one, 14-7 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. So now after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out of your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously the score and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they get Hunter early in his rookie year.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the ground, this is Davis. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Davis. Touchdown, Jets. York, good on the extra point. And the Jets will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. To return, here's Ray Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season. We're going to go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 2nd and a yard. Play action. Here's Allen. Pass, punt by Shakir. And the left, 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Another Bills. 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
Here's Cook. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
In motion, Shakir. One more time with Cook. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
The play lost a yard.
Race 7 of the drive coming up. And it's 3rd and goal. Operating out of the gun. Here comes Allen. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Pinheiro's kick is good. And the Bills get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
14.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Hey, can't fault the offense so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, yet they still trail. We can have a shootout on our hands. See if they keep up their end of the bargain. First down. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
70 Lions. Let's go.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. And they'll not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Brown now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jets offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
32-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Another run here with Hall. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for pick up a 3. Geno Stone with the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A gain there of 15. And the Jets have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Panther 60, Jets, Panther.
Give up the middle to Harris. And a strong first down run. Pick up of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
19 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Back to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. 3rd and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go, track 60. 19 Lion. 18 Rebel. 19 tight, 19 tight. Get up.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
10. No. The Cougars.
A give, and here comes Hackett. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
On the ready.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Come on. Set. 19, 18, 70 Lions. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11. Steady, ready.
Throwing now from the gun. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have a Jets first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, and first down.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? And he will score! Isaiah Davis, touchdown, New York. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Makes the score Jets 21, Bills 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. It was Andre Cisco there to bring him down. It is 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
He was taken down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
In punt formation.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Davis. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. 4th quarter begins on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. Cook gets it out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Once again, it's Cook. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 2nd down, Cook. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. 31 yards. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Now, 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one. Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Josh Allen sacked. A loss of 5 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. Now Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is second TD catch of the season. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10.
There's no rest in my shutting down. Whenever I get your money up, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Who did on everything that I love. Yeah, on everything that I love. Nothing that can go wrong.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
A run with Davis. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, ready?
It is 2nd down and 5.
Back, please. 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Trap 60.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Let's go. Panther 60. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback, and he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock. Here comes 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory.